explain about the Unit 3 topic. In the Unit 3 we have controllers for which are interfacing with these. By using these controllers, we are interfacing to the 8086 microprocessor. Okay, here we are going to interface 8255 to the 8086 microprocessor for gaining a programmable peripheral interface. That means we are peripheral. That means 8255 is one of the controller which is used as a peripheral interface between so many devices which are connected to the 8086 microprocessor. So by using this 8255, we are going to connect the various devices to the 8086 microprocessor. Okay, so here in this unit, in the third unit, we are going to handle the controllers which we are having the advantages of interfacing the devices to the 8086 microprocessor and to other devices. So by using the coming to the programmable peripheral interface, it is a 8255. The name is as an 8255. So these are the features of 8255. We are using this programmable peripheral interface for connecting the various devices to the 8086 microprocessor. So, for writing, these are the features of 8255. It is a programmable device. That means we are going to program this device for connecting the 8086 to the various devices like mouse, keyboard, pen drive, 7-segment displays, LED displays, LCD displays, whatever the stepper motors and the analog to digital converters and the digital to analog converter devices are going to interface to the 8086 by using this 8255 programmable peripheral interface. We are going to interface this 8255 to the 8086 microprocessor by programming by this with these devices. We are going to program this device. So it's a programmable device. That means we are going to program that device by using the various languages like assembly language. We are mostly using assembly language for programming to 8255, which is interface to the 8086 microprocessor and to devices. So it has 24 input-output programmable pins like port A, port B, and ports. So it has 24 input ports and the output ports which are programmable by the programmer, like port A, and port A is the one pin, and the port B is the other slot, and the port C is the another. That means we have 3 ports. For each port, port A is having 8 pins, port B is having 8 pins, and port C is having 8 pins. For each port we have 8 pins. Totally we have 24 input-output programmable pins. This is a pin diagram of 8255. See here we have port A, port A3 to port A0, and port here. Port A4 to port A7. This is a port A, and this is a port B, and this is a port C. Port A, port C, and port B. Each port is having 8 pins. Totally we have 24 input-output pins, which are programmable. That means we are going to program that pins for getting transactions between input-output. That is the information transaction between 8086 microprocessor to the input and output devices. So it is a 40 pin IC. 8255 IC is a 40 pin IC, 40 pin dual in package IC. We have a read bar in the 5th pin and the write bar in the 36th pin. For reading operation, we are having the read operation. For write operation, we are having a WR. And if for reset the resistors, we have a reset pin at the 35th pin. And for transferring the data between input and output devices and the 8086 processor, we have a data D0 to D7, which are at 8 bits. And then A0 to A1 are the address pins. A0 to A1 are the address pins which are used to carry the address from the devices, input-output devices to the 8086 microprocessor, and then 8086 microprocessor to the input-output devices. And this is a ground. power, we have an power supply VCC at this 26, and these are the CS bar. CS bar is whenever CS bar is 0, 8255 is in the operation. That means it is going to handle the operations in the system. So this is the pin diagram. Each ports are used to carry the information from one input output device to 8086 microprocessor and then 8086 to input output devices. By using the data pins D0 to D7 carries the data information and it carries the address by using the 8 and 9 pin. These are the read and write pins and the reset for resetting the registers which are present in the 8255 controller, and the CS bar. Whenever CS bar is 0, that means CS bar equals to 0, that means 0 bar, that means CS equals to 1, that means the chip is select. That means whenever the chip is select, is 8255 is in operation. Coming to functions of these pins, there are D0 to D7. These pins are 8-bit bidirectional buses connected to 806 data bus for transferring data. For transferring data, we have an D0 to D7 pins, and the CS bar. This is active low signal. When it is low, then data transferred from 8086 or 8085 or 8086. We are also called like that. So read bar, this is active low signal. When it is a low, read operation will be stopped. And WR bar, this is active low signal. When it is low, write operation will be stopped. Okay. So this is the functions of pins, data bus and the CS bar, read bar and write bar. Coming to address pins, functions of pins A0 to A1, we have two pins for the address A0 and the A1. This is used to select the ports like this. Whatever the port, what the ports we are using now, port A or port B or port C. Whatever the pins we are using now, the operation, what the operation, port A operation is going on, port B operation is going on, or port C operation is going on. However, what the ports in the functioning is told by the address pins A0 and A1 by recognizing. Coming to read operation, whenever A1, A0 is 0, 0, both are 0, read bar is 0, that means read bar means 1, that means read operation, write bar equals to 1 means write bar 1 bar, that means 0, write operation is not there, only read operation is going with the logic 0, 0, and chip selector, CS bar equals to 0 bar means 1, that means the chip is select for the operation is going on. Whenever CS bar equals to 0, 8258 is in the operation mode. Whenever these are 0, zeros, both are zeros, then read operation is going on. Whenever both are zeros, port A to data bus. Whenever 0, 1, both 0, A1 is 0, A0 is 1, then port B information is carrying the information from 8086 to input and output devices. Whenever there is a logic A1 is 1 and A0 is 0, then port C is going to handle the system bus. Whenever there is both are 1, A1 is 1 and A0 is 1, then there is a control bar register. There is a storage of data in the control bar register. Port A, port B and port C is not going to access the system bus. Only the data is stored in the registers. That means control bar register. It can carry the information from the input output devices to the 8086 microprocessor. It is a read operation. Why? Because these are zeros. Read bar equals to 0 means that means it can read operation is going on. Coming to write operation, A0 to A1, this is used to select the ports like this. So write operation, whenever 0, 0, we already know, data bus to port A. Write operation means we are going to take the data from the input output devices or 8086 microprocessor. That means Whenever these becomes a 0 0, logic 0, A1 is 0, A0 is 0, then it carries the information to the data input output devices to the port A. That means port A is going to handle the system bus, and whenever the logic is 0 1, port B is having the logic, port B is handling the system bus. Whenever these are 1 and 0, that means A0 is 1 and A0 is 0, then port C is handling the system bus, and these are 1 and 1, then there is no operation port A, port B, port C is in the rest mode, only the we are write the data to the registers. Okay, so and read bar, this is the write operation, then read bar becomes 1, read bar equals to 1 means 1 bar, that means 0, read operation is 0. This is the write operation now. So WR bar equals to 0 bar, that means 0 bar means 1. So we have an WR bar equals to 0 bar, that means write operation is having this WR equals to 1. So the write operation is having 8255 is going to write the data, that means taking the data, that means fetching the data from the input output devices or the 8086 microprocessor. Okay, see here once again. So we have an like this 8255 PPA, that means PPA, and 8086 microprocessor, and various input and output devices connected in the system bus. This is a total system bus. This is the total system bus. Here we have an port A, port B, and port C. These ports are used to carry the information from 8086 to the input and output devices, and input output devices to the 8086 microprocessor. By taking the data from this 8086 microprocessor, it gives the input output devices and input output devices to the 8086 microprocessor by the ports A, B and C. We are programming like that. Also reset. This is used to reset the device. That means a clear control registers, and a port A0 to port 7. It is a 8-bit bidirectional input output pins. It is a 8-bit. Used to send the data to peripherals or to receive the data from the peripherals. PV0 and the PV7 similar to PA, that means whatever the operation by the port A is similar to the port B, and port C0. This is also 8-bit bidirectional input output pins. These lines are divided into two groups. These port C's are divided into two groups. Here port C2 not to C3, that means lower groups. Port C4 to C7, that means higher groups. These port C is again divided into two groups. C0 to C3 lower, and C4 to C7 higher. These two groups working in separately using 4 datas. These are 4 datas and these are 4 datas working separately. Block diagram of 8255 PPA. So 8255 PPA, assume that here we have an 8086 microprocessor, and then here we have an input and output devices. See here, this is connected to this 8255 block diagram, and input output devices is connected to this here. See here, we have an 8255 programmable peripheral interface. This is a block diagram for the programmable peripheral interface. We have in the pin, we have an data buses D0 to D7 for carrying the data from 8086 to input and output devices, and the read and write control logic for read operation, write operation. For sending the address of that 8086 or input output devices, we have A0 and A1. For resetting the registers, we have reset pin. For the operation of this chip, we have and chip select as CS bar, and group A control and group B control. We have under the control of group A, we have group A port A, which is an 8 bits, and group A port C, which is an 4 bits. Port C upper, and the control of group B, we have group B port C lower, and the group B port B 8 bits. So here group A is having the control of group A port A, and group A is also control of port B port C upper, and group B is having the control of group B and group B port. And here these port A and port C and port C lower port B's are used to carry the information to the input and output devices. These are the input and output devices. These are the input and output devices. These are the input and output devices. Here, whatever the information from the 8086 microprocessor from the 8086 microprocessor is sending to this 8255 by using the data buses D0 to D7, and here the information is sent to the with these buses. These are the buses, bidirectional buses. That means the information sends from input and output devices or from 8086, whatever the direction, the data will be transferred from input and output devices or 8086 and 8086 to input and output devices. The information is carried to the by using the data buses to this group A or group B. This group A is sending the information to the group A or group A port C upper or group B, whatever the program we are writing, the information is trying to send to this input and output devices by using these ports, port A, port B, ports. This is the block diagram of 8255 programmable peripheral interface. These are the modes of operations of 8255. In these modes, we have two operations: bit set reset mode and input output mode. See here, a bit set reset mode means we are resetting the bit by using some operations, and the input output modes of operations, that means operations which are performed by the 8255 input and output devices. Mode 0 basic input and output devices. Mode 1 strobed input and output devices. Mode 2 strobed bidirectional input output devices. Strobed input and output devices and the bidirectional input and output devices. Basic input and output devices. Coming to these operations, we have an input output port. In this mode, group A and the group B control. In these modes of operations, 8255 ports as a programmable input and output ports. That means we are going to program that input and output ports, group A and the group B control. So here mode 0 in the input and output operations, that means we have seen already here input and output modes. We have and mode 0 basic input and output mode. And in mode 1 strobed input and output mode. Mode 2 strobed bidirectional input output mode. Let us see what are the mode 0 operations, mode 1 operations and mode 2 operation in the next slide. So see here, 8255 ports as a programmable input and output ports. In the mode 0 input and output mode, basic mode. This is the modes of operations of 8255. Mode 0 input and output mode, basic mode. It is called as in the mode 0 operation of 8255. It is called as an input output mode, basic mode. Why it is called as a basic mode? Why? Because this mode provides simply input and output using each of 3 ports without handshaking. That means data can be simply read and write. 2 8-bit ports, port A, port B is used, and 2 4-bit ports, remaining 4 bits are used combinedly or independently in the port C. Okay, see here with this basic mode, that means mode 0 operation, we are simply write the data, read the data to the input and output devices without knowing the information is sent or not. That means there is no handshaking signals between transmitter and the receiver. By using the data can be simply read and write by using port A, port B and a port C. Either port C is used independently 8 bits or dependently, that means 4 bits are used or 8 bits are used depending upon the operation. But in coming to the mode 1, we have, it is called as a mode 1 single handshaking or a stopped input output mode. So see here, port C is used for the handshaking signals. That means port C is used for the port C is especially is used for in this mode 1 operation for providing handshaking signals for transmitter and the receiver. So for example, the lines PC0, PC2 provide handshake lines for port B, and the lines port C3 and port C5 provide handshake lines for port A. And then the lines port C6 and port C7 may be used as independent data lines of port A and input or output. For example, some devices are doing only input and input operation only. Okay. For example, a pen drive. Pen drive, either keyboard, mouse like that. See here, in these three devices, pen drive is sometimes it acts like an input, sometimes it acts as an output, and also LCD displays and keyboard, keypad, LCD display, sometimes it acts as an input, sometimes it acts as an output. Keypad, sometimes we are going to provide the input, okay, only we are providing by using keyboard, only we are providing input, and only we are providing input by using mouse, and only we are providing input from UPS keyboard. So but coming to pen drive and the LCD, we are going to give, by using LCD we are going to give the input, and also we are presenting the output. The system will provide the output by using the same LCD, and we are going to take the device pen drive, and also it sometimes acts as an input, sometimes it acts as an output. For example, LCD. By using this LCD, we are giving inputs like touching this board, and sometimes LCD is I'm touching this board and it gives us an output like this dot. That means like this. I'm drawing this. I'm using LCD. It's input, and it is displaying that line. That means it is also acts as an output. At a time, the LCD acts as an input. At a time, that device LCD acts as an output. So that process in the mode 1, LCD I'm programming like that. That device acts as an input. Port C is used for hand like that. Keyboard is acts as an input. Mouse is acts as an input. Or LCD is acts as an output. In the mode 1, we are providing only single handshaking signal. Single handshake means stored input mode means only we are providing either input either output, not at a time input and output. Okay. So here at a time the keyboard is acts as only as an input, or mouse at a time it acts as an only input. So it provides only single operation. So for that keyboard, I am programming like that by using port C is used for the handshaking signals, but port C is used to carry information from 8086 microprocessor to the various peripheral devices, and port C C0 is provide handshaking lines for port B. Port B is used the port C not port C2, and port A is used the port C3 and C5. We already know upper port C is used port A, and a port B is used lower order ports. See, these lines port C7 may be used independently or used as an independent. That means port C6 and C7 is combined used or either individually used. So port keyboard is access and input, mouse is access and input. That we are providing only single operation in the programming by using mode 1 operation. Coming to next slide. Coming to next one is a mode 2 operation, bidirectional strobed input on output mode. See here, LCD, it acts as an input either and it acts as an output at a time, and the pen drive we are giving input, we are taking output from that device at a time. That means we are copying the data, we are receiving the data from that device itself at a time. So whenever we are bidirectional, that means input and output. That means giving input at a time, it giving output. It giving input, it giving output. That means bidirectional. That means bidirectional stored input operation and the output operation. So port A can be initialized in mode 2. Port A is used only in the mode 2 operation. Handshaking signals provide to maintain proper data flow and the synchronization between data transmitter and receiver. That means for providing data transmission data, for attaining proper data transmission between the sender and the receiver, we are using this mode 2 operation. So for handshaking signals means we are provide exact synchronization between transmitter and receiver. By using mode 2 bidirectional, that means that device is going to handle either input, both input and output device. Like that, whenever we are press this screen, it gives us an output dot input. We are pressing the input and it gives us an output like this. It's a mode 2 operation. Generally, in the real-time applications, we are using only mode 2 bidirectional strobed input-output mode. Okay, for providing proper synchronization between transmitter and receiver. Coming to bit set mode, which is another mode in the port 8255 programmable peripheral interface. Bit set, reset or reset. Bit set or reset. That means bit will be on or off. So 8255 is on or off. In this mode, any 8 bits of port C can be set or reset depending upon P0 of CWR. So here control word register, in the 8255 we have a register, it is called as a control word register. By depending upon the 8 bits of port C can be set or reset depending upon the port C values. So port C bits we are going to use this register. C control word register, B0 we have, and in the control word register we have an 8 bits. See B0, B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6, B7. So B0 is 8. Whenever B0 is 1, that means see 8255 is in the operation mode. That means 8255 is going to operate operation in the operation mode. Whenever it is 0, that means it is an off state. 8255 in the off state. And these are B1, B2, B3 are the port C bits. Whenever these three are B1 is 0, B2 is 0, B3 is 0, port C0 is going to transfer the information from input and output devices to the 8086 microprocessor. And these are the don't care. That means we are not using this B4, B5, B6. And B7, 1 means 1. If B7 is 1, B7 bit is 1, it handles the information. But port C0 is going to handle the information with the input devices and the output devices. Port C0 is carrying the information to the input devices or output devices. Whenever the B7 bit is 1, whenever the B7 bit is 0, that means in bit set or reset. That means bit set
Either it is 1, either it is 0. That means whenever there is a 1, the operation is performed by the 8255. Whenever it is 0, there is no operation performed by the 8255. Okay. So depending upon the selected bits of port C, depending upon the B0 of CWR, B0 of CWR, either it is 1, that means 8255 is in the operation, it is 0, it is 8255 is not in operation. Depending on 001, port C1 is carrying the input and output devices information. These three are don't get, that means not used. 0 means it is a reset